Good evening and welcome to another edition of Hgp Sport. For today, I'm Jadon Samuels. Thanks for joining us. We begin this evening by telling you that the annual Multi-Nose and Western Union 2-week cricket camp came to a close on Friday with 42 young aspiring cricketers who participated. Here is that story.
Giving youths the head start needed for their further development in cricket, Grace Kennedy, under its Western Union brand in association with the Multi-Nose Cricket Club, brought to an end its annual cricket camp. According to coach Oren Bailey, due to the inclement weather, some sessions were shortchanged. He is, however, pleased with the byproducts of the 2-week stint.
We've come to the end of what would be a very successful Western Union and Multi-Nose cricket camp. Have we achieved what we've set out to, from a coach perspective?
Personally, I don't think so, because the weather had a lot to do with it. We had the plan this week here before the ending of the academy. We would have ventured onto the pitch to have some pitch preparation and pitch practice and pitch games and these sort of things. But because of the element, which is the weather, right, we didn't get a chance to. But I can vouch that I see some promising young male and female that if we take care of them and work with them the right way, we have players for the future.
Hgp Sport also spoke with some of the participants who shared what they would have garnered over the last 2 weeks.
I learned some batting, bowling, and wicket keeping.
Okay. Would you like to play for Guyana or the West Indies in the future?
Yes.
Tell me what's your name and what have you learned over the past 2 weeks?
My name is Joshua Bollers, and I've learned how to do wicket keeping over the last 2 weeks.
Okay, have you learned anything as it relates to being disciplined over the past 2 weeks?
Yes, sir.
What did Mr. Ned taught you?
Mr. Ned taught me how to bowl the ball properly.
Coach Bailey actually taught me, and Coach Bailey taught me that you must have a good behavior, respect for your players, and respect for your umpire, and all of that can be very important when you're playing cricket.
My name is Hgp Sport-News. I've learned a lot of stuff. Matter of fact, bowling, fielding, hand grip, batting in general. I learned to improve my batting stance. Worked out a lot of tweaks that I've been suffering from for quite some time. I've worked with Coach Bailey, who has been helping me tremendously over the past 2 weeks.
Okay. How passionate are you about going on to represent Guyana or even the West Indies?
It would be truly an honor to be playing for Guyana one day. The senior team representing the West Indies will be a dream come true. I always, since I was a little kid, I always tell my parents that I'm going to play for the West Indies one day. So it was always a big dream for me.
Also present at the closing ceremony was Director of Sport Christopher Jones, who charged the young guns to work hard towards future goals. Jadon Samuels, Hgp Sport.
Let's turn our attention to some football news. The Guyana Lottery Company on Friday launched its Fantasy League football. What is fantasy football? The details in this report.
Fantasy football is a game in which participants assemble an imaginary team of real-life footballers and score points based on those players' actual statistical performance or their perceived contribution on the field of play. Fantasy football has evolved in recent years from a simple recreational activity into a significant business due to exposure via the internet. This was pounced upon by the Guyana Lottery Company under its Let's Bet brand to give clients something that they can benefit from outside of their customary wagers on various sports offered. To enter, one must be 18 years or older and must sign up on fantasy.premierleague.com. Let's Bet Sports started 7 months ago and would have been supportive of sports in Guyana, doing so through contributions to several associations and teams and with the sponsorship of various events, and now with this promotion, it's giving back time to the football-loving fans. Jadon Samuels, GP Sport.
Cycling news. Guyana hosts the 13th edition of Junior Caribbean Cycling Championships starting this Saturday with the time trials and the big race set for Sunday. Here are the details.
The Guyana team has already been named and have been going through the paces as they prepare to represent with pride at this historical event for Guyana, being hosted for the first time in the land of many waters. Juvenile and junior riders from Bermuda, Barbados, St. Martin, Suriname, Dominica, Anguilla, Puerto Rico, Cayman Islands, Trinidad and Tobago, Bahamas, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and Grenada would be testing each other in tomorrow's time trials and Sunday's road race. Bartica Mayor Gifford Marshall has stated that the town is eagerly awaiting its first major international event since Bartica became a town, and over the next 2 days, an opportunity of a lifetime will be presented to showcase and display the true potential of the town and Guyana's best cyclists. Team Guyana comprises in the junior category Ajay Gopilal and Ralph Sinarine. For the juveniles, David Hicks, Mario Washington, Jonathan Ramsuchet, and Jeremiah Joseph. For the ladies, it will be Clavicia Spencer and Selena Stevens. The time trials on Saturday will commence at 8 hours, while the juvenile men and women's road race will pedal off at 8 hours on Sunday, with the junior men road race starting 2 hours later.
Bartica, we have a tourism package that is second to none, and we have put together a number of activities that, of course, will for you to meet your family needs, whatever it is, whatever your beliefs are. Bartica is the place to be, and like the saying goes, come for the party, stay for the fun.
Jaden Samuels, Hgp Sport.
Also, on Sunday, the Edison Jefford annual track and field meet, which promises to showcase a clash of talent and potential. Samuel Gillis tells us more.
Edison Jefford, founder of the Jefford Track and Field Classic founded in 2009, is holding the banner high in memory of his father's death anniversary. Elton Jefford was one of Guyana's premier athletes. A track and field event is held annually to commemorate Jefford's death at the Mackenzie Sports Ground in Linden, and this 10th year will be no exception. The event is scheduled for this Sunday with 24 finals in addition to the Masters 60 meters and the school boys and girls 150 meter races. Edison Jefford told Nightly News that $2 million will be up for grabs, with each race attracting a cash prize of $80,000 except for the Masters and the school girls and boys events. The winner of each race will get $40,000. Second place will get $25,000, and third place $15,000 Guyana dollars. There is also the champion male and female prize of $25,000 cash and $25,000 gift voucher for gear sponsored by MVP Sports. For Hgp Sport, I am Samuel Gillis.
And finally, in sport this evening, some cricket news. West Indies assistant coach Roddy Estwick is of the opinion that the team needs to improve on its fitness and intensity in order to turn its losing streak around. The details in this report.
Roddy Estwick, West Indies' 58-year-old assistant coach, addressing the media after her first ODI against India, which was abandoned, spoke of the need to get all aspects of the game right in order to change the team's bad fortune. It's about consistency, said Estwick. You've got to start somewhere. If you look back at our history, we have been losing for quite a number of years, but we have got to put systems in place. We have got to make sure that the intensity and fitness improves, he said. However, there has been consistency where the West Indies team is concerned, just not in the way the fans had hoped. The team has consistently lost almost every match they have played in recent years. Estwick believes that change will not happen overnight, despite the fact that people in the Caribbean are expecting a straightaway win. He contended, "We want to win. We want to turn it around. That's very important. It's a process. We've been stressing that we must assess the pitch, build partnerships, and keep the momentum as long as possible." For Hgp Sport, I am Samuel Gillis.
That's it for sports this evening. I'm Jaden Samuels, reminding you, as always, say yes to life, yes to sport, and no to drugs. Goodbye.